welcome back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 75. The conversation I want to get into today, Errol Spence sparred a heavyweight. Will it really make a big difference versus Yordenis Ugas? I'm going to break it all down in this video, so stay tuned. Also, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fight of the century between the challenger Jolton Jr. Davis and the champion Tiny Irish Bob Murphy.
Don't go away. Who's he?
That's a champion. Tiny Irish Bob Murphy.
But he ain't tiny, and I have a sneaking suspicion he ain't even Irish.
His eyes are smiling.
You old son of a gun, you.
So you guys know how I break my videos down. 1 round, 2 rounds. Round 1, we're going to discuss Errol Spence facing a giant in sparring. Does it really help? Round 2, I'm gonna try to answer the question: can he benefit from it in the Yordenis Ugas fight? Will it give him an advantage? So let's go ahead and break it down in round 1. What's the benefits of guys sparring heavier guys? It's a lot of different things, man. Conditioning, being able to take a heavy punch, it's footwork, all that stuff, man. A bigger man can probably shut off the ring a lot faster, get you trapped in the corner. He got the strength to kind of keep you there, whatever. It's a lot of different things that can, the reason why guys pull in heavier guys. I don't really see it as some big thing. It's not something new. Errol Spence is not the first guy to do it. It's been done plenty of times, but I like the fact that he's showing that, hey, this is what you're gonna, when him and Yordenis Ugas face off, they knowing that Errol Spence is playing no games. A lot of times when you post stuff like that, they know the other guy's looking. And I really like the move. I really like the picture of it. You guys can go look it up on, probably somebody got it up on their page. I didn't really decide to go look for it or whatever. I just seen it off, I think I seen it on Instagram. I seen him facing off against a bigger guy. But the guy, he looks like he's about 6'4", 230 something pounds. I mean, he got his thighs is bigger than Errol Spence's whole body. So I really like the move. I really like the focus that it could bring. When you facing a bigger guy, you have to keep a lot of focus. You have to keep your footwork, your distance, everything, because that guy takes up a lot of space in the ring. When you're facing somebody that's similar to the guy that you're about to face, it's not a big challenge. Well, it could be, because styles make fights, and even in sparring, man, a lot of times you're just kind of testing out some things, so you might get popped here and there. But that facing off against somebody that's way bigger than you, and the guy, I don't know if he's a boxer. He had his face gear on and whatever, so you can't really tell who he is. And if anybody knows, please get in the comment section. But I think that the guy, he looked like he had a stance like he knew what he was doing. So if he's a boxer, he know how to take a punch, and he also know how to give a punch. So just imagine going 15 rounds with somebody that outweigh you, 90 pounds, almost 100 pounds or whatever. Errol Spence, that would be about 100 pounds. If the guy 240 and Errol Spence is like he's like 147. I'm pretty sure he's very, very close to his not walk around weight, but the fight weight. I think that it's beneficial to a lot of guys to do it. Like I say, when you do certain things, you learn a lot about yourself. It's like facing a mountain inside of the ring. So I see why a lot of guys do it. I just think that overall, and this is just my opinion, if I was a boxer, I would probably do the same thing too, because I don't want to face somebody that's so similar that is not going to really give me an advantage. I want all the advantages that I can take and get, all the cues as far as footwork, motivation. I don't even know how many times this guy has sparred Errol Spence. If you imagine him sparring him maybe a whole week, that's going to put a lot of pressure as you getting up in the morning knowing you got to handle a big old 200-something pound man with thighs bigger than your body. So I'm pretty sure the guy. I mean, he looked like he was in shape. He looked like he's very strong. So I think when times get tough, especially in the match, I think this is going to be a very tough fight. I do pick Errol Spence to win, probably by stoppage. But I think, the type of shots that Errol Spence has probably taken from this guy, and I'm pretty sure they've been very careful with him not to go, 100%. But the shots that he's taking from a bigger guy, I'm pretty sure he could take it from Yordenis Ugas, because Ugas is not a knockout puncher. So it's going to help Errol Spence walk him down. It's going to, like I said, overall, it's going to help with his footwork, his conditioning, and I think it's going to, like I say, it's going to make the time in the ring a lot easier, because he's used to facing it. Like I said, I do not know how many times he has faced this big old man, but going 6-7 rounds or 15 rounds or whatever, and then turn around and doing however many rounds this fight going to go with Ugas. But let's go ahead and get in round 2. So will Errol Spence benefit from sparring a bigger guy against Yordenis Ugas? I think he can. Do I make a big deal out of it? Not really. I think that, when you in the real, a lot of people just have to realize sparring is so much different than actual fight. Actual fight, you have to be more aware of what's going on. Sparring, you can kind of work on certain things that you want to do in a fight. So I think that, yeah, I guess, Yordenis Ugas can be doing the same thing. But I think in a fight, it's going to be totally different than sparring. I don't care how big or small a guy is. I don't care. Sometimes you can kind of lose some sparring matches as well. So you just never know what's going to happen in the actual fight. But I think it's some advantages mentally, maybe physically. But I think that, if Yordenis Ugas come out with a certain game plan to minimize what Errol Spence is great at, I don't think it's going to really matter how big a guy is in sparring. But it does have some advantages. But like I say, Errol Spence is not the first person to actually do this. Gervonta Tank Davis been sparring middleweights and stuff like that. Welterweights actually. Gervonta Tank Davis actually put a welterweight on his butt before, and I actually seen that sparring match. But I think that it's going to be a good fight. I think that Errol Spence he's probably working on some things, and he's probably wanting to kind of have a little bit more pressure on him as far as having a bigger guy in camp. But I think when the fight actually starts, I think both guys are going to be looking for mistakes. Errol Spence can be a counter puncher, inside punch fighter, and he's just an overall really talented fighter. I think he has more skills in the bag. I think it's going to come down to more skills instead of what's going on in the gym. Sparring is one thing. Actual fight is so much different. Even with breathing, certain things, like I said, if you come prepared, it's going to be a lot of things. If you do find yourself in some distress, I think it's going to help him facing off against, sparring a bigger guy. But I think Yordenis Ugas can cause a lot of other problems that, it's only so much preparation that you can do without actually fighting the person that you're going against. So I think a lot of film study. I don't know if Errol Spence do a lot of film study, but I'm sure his coaches is doing it. That's what the coaches are for, and they kind of feed back a game plan to the fighter. So I think it's all about what kind of game plan and what kind of balance they want Errol Spence to present inside the ring. So I don't think everything else will matter as much as the actual fight. But I do, like I said, in the first round, I really like the idea. I really wish I could have showed you guys the actual picture, but I did not bother to put it on my YouTube channel. This video, excuse me. But the guy, like I say, I think it could benefit as far as breathing techniques, distance. Errol Spence has really good footwork. I think Yordenis Ugas, he's going to come forward, or at least attempt to come forward, but Errol Spence is not. He can back up, he can go forward, he can go side to side. So and then being a southpaw on top of that, I think that he's got a lot of tools that he can use and benefit just from being in the actual fight, or actually sparring, I mean. So he can take the sparring and bring some of the things that him and his team, Derek been working on as far as technique. And I think it's going to be a great fight. I think that, like I say, Errol Spence is not the first person to do it. I do not make a big deal out of it. but I do like the idea. I'm not against the idea. I think it's always better to go against somebody that's way bigger and stronger than you are, so you could use some of those things that you've been working on in the gym and bring it into the actual fight. But I think this fight is going to be a very, very big fight. I think it's going to be a really good fight. But I'm still leaning towards a stoppage, Errol Spence's way, and I really think that he's mentally and physically prepared, and I think Yordenis Ugas is also mentally and physically prepared. But you guys, let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 75. You guys, let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. If you want to see what I'm wearing, shopchachi.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. With all that out of the way, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo.